mission, dripping the mic on Sunday nights, presenting you with 2020 visions. So join us this day and every Sunday night with Ameerah the Songstress and on Blog Talk Radio, a for sure way to start your week off right. 2020 visions on Drip the Mic.
Hey, it's Ameerah the Songstress. You're tapped into 2020 Vision on Drip the Mic Network. All is well. Stay focused. Hey, 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 hey. Yes! We are back in here. We made it another Sunday.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Hey. Turn up.
Wow.
2020 vision. Yes, honey. Yes, I'm so excited.
Ameerah looking 21 up in this joint.
I got to try to keep it 2020. I got to try to keep it 2020.
Look at you, great queen.
Look at you.
Wow.
You was peeking in my bourgeois today. You were saying.
I think just like minds,
Right.
great minds think alike.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Well, I'm not alone, you guys. I got the great Evan Lionel with me. Yes.
Co-host in the building.
In the building.
That's right. I'm excited about today, too.
Why are you so excited?
One of the homies from back in the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Uncle Steven said to tell him what's up, too. Stephen Williams said, tell Victor what's up. He loves his work.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I just left his house, Vic. He had me moving furniture before I came over here to see you, man.
He ain't changed.
That's right.
Well, we family. It's all family and all good and all love up in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited about you, Victor. We can't wait to get into your
Yes.
story. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be absolutely wonderful.
I'm
The
excited
great
that
journey.
You invited me, both of you, and back in the day and my current day. I love you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, well appreciated. And we're excited to hear your story, man, about what you've had going on and what's coming up.
Yep. So before we get into this thing, you know what I'll do at the beginning of the show? I got a few shout outs. First of all, I want to give it up to my makeup artist, Leah, at I Love Lee. She beats this face, honey.
Yes.
She does this thing. And we also have Brianna. She does this hair. She does this thing. So you can get her at Brianna Brianna X She He on IG, and you can get Leah at I Love Lee on IG. Also want to give a shout out to Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat for it was last week actually. They did #1 on the Billboard charts. So I didn't get a chance to say it last week. Had a lot of things going on, but I definitely want to shout out my girl Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat. I love her too. I love what she's doing. She's one of the newest female rappers, one of the newest artists, and she's doing her thing. So want to give a shout out to her. Also, Taurus birthdays. This week was full of Taurus birthdays.
Yes.
Stevie
The bull.
Wonder.
Yes.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder was his birthday. And then another great pianist named Mahesh. We played together. Well, first of all, let me just give him his propers. Mahesh has played for Natalie Cole. He was Natalie Cole's piano player, keyboard player before she passed away. Mahesh and we actually put a tribute together for Natalie Cole, and it was actually approved by her family that we can go ahead and do it because we were actually paying homage to her. So
You
Mahesh,
know what?
what?
I see it. You can play Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
That might be your thing.
It might be one of my things. I got a lot of things now.
That might be it. Victor, we might need to write the script, Victor. What you think?
I have the paper right here.
Oh my God, he already got it.
Love it.
So Mahesh, and he also played for our president, Barack Obama. And so he's just a great pianist, but it was his birthday as well. Same day Stevie Wonder's birthday. So I wanted to shout them out together. Then my cousin Angie and my aunt. So my cousin Angie and her mother, which is my aunt, shares a birthday. Angie and Aunt May. And remember, we had Lexus up here.
Yes.
So he's a tourist too.
He's a tourist too. I
Yeah.
got to call Lex. Lex, if you're listening in, brother, we'll be in touch.
So Lex Zellner, happy birthday.
Yes.
And then my sweet little baby Amari, happy birthday. And that's for the Tauruses.
To all the tourists out there, the
Yeah.
bull, yes. Taurists have a lot of money. I don't know how that's possible. Did
They're
you know
frugal.
that?
They're frugal.
Oh, is that what it
Yeah.
is?
I know it very well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My husband, he's a
Is that what
Taurus.
it is,
Yeah.
Henry? You a tight wad? Frugal is a nice way of saying it.
But he also knows how to get the bag. Like he always figures
Yeah.
out a way. So yeah, shout out to Tauruses and shout out to that money getting Taurus, that bag.
Praise God for that.
Hallelujah.
Hey, that's hard to find out there,
You know what? I would.
especially during COVID. It's hard.
Yeah. You know what? The good thing is the blessing is he's able to still work through this, time and everything. So, and I
He's
am
still
too.
getting bags.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at
Wow.
you. Oh, you drink the same kind of water I drink. That alkaline 9.5.
This is supposed to be definitely good for your body.
Okay. Okay.
know?
It is good. It's good.
We got to take care of ourselves in this day and age.
Mm-hmm. So we got some more shouts out. We're gonna do a little different. We have some TikTok videos. Man,
What?
we gotta get through this thing. Look, this is how
Have
I
you
entertain.
done one?
Well, let's see. We'll just see. Well,
I know you did the singing, but I ain't seen you do the dancing yet.
Let's just see.
Okay, let's
But-
see what's happening. What we got
But
cracking
see,
here today?
They remember I told you they're doing this thing, and since this is Actors Corner today,
Okay.
so they do a thing on TikTok where they do voiceovers. So it can be comedy, it could be music, it could be anything that we know. It can be a clip from a movie, a little
Right.
scene. So they do voiceovers and then they film it for TikTok and then they show the video. So show the first one. That was kind of cute.
What do you want, Shanae?
Oh my goodness. If it isn't Little Miss Attitude, why are you always over here? I mean, don't you have a bag?
Look, I don't have time to play games with you, okay?
Hey, but ain't nobody playing no games, all right? Ain't nobody playing no games, all right? All I want to know is why Martin had a party and didn't invite me. I mean, I like the party, all right? Did I like the party, all right? Did I like the party?
There isn't a party, Shanae. We're just watching a fight together.
Oh, well, I likes me a good fight. I mean, you should know that. Okay? You don't put your hands on me. You don't touch me. Okay? Because ain't nobody here to break us up, all right? Huh? Ring, come on with it.
Whatever, Shanae.
Just watched that show, that episode
Did you?
I just watched. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes on Martin.
Yeah, I liked her. And then wait a minute, you remember the old lady that was like, she did the I'm a hoe.
Oh,
I
yeah,
said-
yeah.
Okay, she back.
Oh,
She got
she's
another
back?
one.
All right,
I
let's
really
see
like this one because it kind of goes with the theme of the show.
Okay.
Show that one, please.
Don't be a why her and not me type of bitch. Be a how can I get next to that bitch type of bitch. Be a shit, well if she could do it, I could do it too type of bitch. Don't
Wow.
So it inspired me, Evan. They inspired me. They inspired me to do one.
Or two. You did one?
I did.
Dancing?
It wasn't. How come we? Anyway, show what I did. I
I'd be
did one.
shocked.
I did one.
Brush my teeth every morning, spit it out. I go like this in the mirror, and I lean forward and I pause. And I say these words, pretty bitch.
You know who
That
that's
was
the voice?
Jennifer.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Jennifer, I know that voice.
And then it got good to me, so I did another one.
Okay.
Just for posterity, man. I just had to do another one.
Someone out there is holding their breath, waiting on you to fail. Make sure they suffocate.
No one calls you honey.
Love
Hey,
it.
I wanted to join in the fun
Love
too.
it.
You got to do some.
I will definitely do one. I will definitely, but I gotta come up with what suggest something.
Well, if you do comedy, that'd be redundant. So
Right. So
do like I'm sure they got like a Denzel Washington one on there.
My favorite one. Have you seen the COVID one with Denzel? Have y'all seen it? It's like a COVID one. Have you seen that, Victor? It's a COVID one with Denzel Washington. His voice, but they talking about the COVID. He's saying, all you niggas got it, like that. And he's like, all y'all infected. That's what the speech is. It's the King Kong ain't got nothing on me. You haven't seen it? During the break, I'm going to show it to you. Maybe Tony could put it up.
Okay.
It's super hilarious.
All right. All right. Well, now we're going to get into this thing. I want to do my commentary right quick, and we're going to get into this thing and introduce our special guest today. Triumph. What a way to start the day with the word triumph. What a way to start your life with the determination to triumph. As we go through life, we get to choose to keep failing or decide that one of these times it will be a win. Then you learn how to fail forward. My guest exemplifies that fact in the way he has navigated through his life and this industry and his career. He has been a pioneer for us. He has went out and did the work for us. He has came back to show us how to get through this industry, even with trials and tribulations, to the point where we will triumph. And he makes sure that we all are going to triumph together. When I look in the dictionary and see the word triumph, my next guest, Victor Love, I want to see his face sitting right there. You will see as you listen today on 2020 Vision that this is absolutely a story of triumph. Ladies and gentlemen, help me warmly welcome Victor Love.
Victor Love, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Love. There he is. Victor Love, ladies and gentlemen. That boy got talent right there. He good.
Ameerah, when you were talking, I knew I was a special guest today, and I'm thinking, damn, I want to meet whoever that is. But this show is so good.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so good.
Thank you.
I'm excited to be honored and to see both of you, the interaction and the positivity, and Ameerah, being you is worth $1 million. It's just wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's all about you today, Victor. We're going to get into some things. We're going to get into your story. I can't wait for you to share your story with the people. I can't wait for them to hear it. And I'm sure a lot of us know it, but for those who don't today, you're going to take them on such a wonderful journey. I cannot wait to celebrate you and hear your story. So
Yes.
So I got a couple of questions I can start with.
Ahead.
All right.
Following your lead, great queen.
So I noticed that you're from the Carolinas originally.
Well, you know what? I was born in the Carolinas. My father was in Marines, my mother was in nursing. I was born there. I have been back there once for an HBO audition.
Okay.
I don't have any memory of it. Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, so word out to the Marines. But I grew up mostly in California.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. So I thought it was Carolinas, then Chicago, then Cali.
I thought it was Chicago, and then Cali.
Yes.
I didn't even know about the Carolinas.
So do tell, so Chicago, because I know you did
he's native son in Chicago, but
Chicago.
He just filmed that. He did theater in Chicago. I think that's where we met, Victor, like during the theater days. I don't know. We might have met in Hollywood here. I can't remember.
You know what? I think that we met in in LA.
Okay.
So what happened was that mom and dad, in Marines, go to San Diego.
Okay.
And gets put down there. Mom has a very extraordinary talent. She's an incredible nurse. She was one of the out of the class of Grady when they still had the black and white nurses.
Okay.
So she was in that class. And one of the things that I'm working on is a limited series talking about the black female experience, well, male and female experience in Grady back in the 1950s, 1956, 55.
Okay.
So, and that's based on her. So Mama moved out there, Daddy and Mama together. So we grew up there in California. When I decided to go to college, I wanted to go to Juilliard, but I was accepted into a pilot program in Milwaukee. and I went there and had the most incredible training. And when I left there, I went and started doing regional theater. And from doing regional theater, like in DC, public theater, God, all over the place, then the film came along, the films and TV. And that's kind of how I ended up where people got to know who I was, commercials and all that kind of stuff. So
okay. So how did you end up in Chicago to even audition for the phenomenal movie Native Son? How did you end up in Chicago?
Well, I was living in New York at the time. I was 24, 25 years old.
Okay.
I had just been hired to do Othello. And the Othello was going to be at the Cleveland Playhouse. So I was a really, really young Othello. And I was very excited about doing that because, you know, as people had told me at the time, I was an actor.
Yeah.
You know, I had to be an actor. You know, I was all this commercial money and stuff, but I had to be an actor. So I was doing Othello. And I got a phone call from my agent in New York telling me they were having auditions. And would I fly in to do the audition? Now, the interesting thing about that is, when I got to, when I was in New York before I went to do Othello, I got a commercial. It was Aetna Life Insurance commercial.
Okay.
And the Aetna Life Insurance commercial was played during the Super Bowl of that year. The casting director saw me in the commercial, found me, and pulled me in. So I flew back and forth from Cleveland to New York, got the role, had to leave the play.
Yeah.
God, it was awful. You know,
How'd you get out of that? How'd you get out of the play, Victor? Was it equity?
You know it was. I told the director when I came back from my second audition that they were going to make me an offer.
Okay.
And he said, okay. And then when they made me the offer, he looked at me like, you're the first actor I've ever met who said they were going to get an offer and who actually got one. So they had no preparation for replacing me.
Okay.
Wow.
The universe was on my side. I had flown into New York. I don't know if it was on my side or not. I flew into Chicago, and they had a snowstorm. And I couldn't get back into Cleveland to do the Othello.
Well,
some things happened. I had to pay a whole lot of money. Well, I didn't have money, but the Native Son people paid a whole lot of money to get me out of my contracts.
oh, okay.
And then they cursed me. You know, but that's okay.
Victor,
What-
you
what-
know what I heard back then, because I was in undergrad back then. And so I was paying attention. I wanted to audition for Native Son. And what I heard was Courtney was made an offer, Courtney Vance. And Courtney turned it down. And then they brought you in.
No.
No?
Let's get the stories.
Let's get the
let's get it
story
straight,
straight.
Victor.
Now we're talking about what's real.
Yeah.
Well, see, I told my friends, I said I'm going to be on this talk thing with Ameerah, and they're going to be asking me all kind of questions that ain't nobody's business, but I'm going to answer some of them. Now, this is one of them.
And don't worry, we not gonna go crazy on here. Don't worry. But go ahead.
Crazy.
And I'm a whoop Evan.
She got a belt over
Because I done
there.
told him we gonna keep this show peaceful. We want people to come back. We don't want them to feel like I ain't going over there. Go ahead.
Don't whoop him. Send me his address.
And Victor ain't no little
I
dude,
know.
so don't give him my address. Okay.
Look, this is what happened.
Okay, go ahead.
This is all personal and stuff. So, you know,
Yeah.
ain't nobody ever heard this story except for me and Courtney and Angie. And what happened was that I got offered the role.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to say what it is, because she didn't do me right, no way. The producer wanted another actor.
Okay.
The director wanted me. The other actor she wanted, they were having an intimate affair. Okay.
Oh.
So the director was like, I don't know what he got going on in your casting couch, but he didn't do it for me. So they went back and forth. No. And what they ended up doing was they went out to Courtney. He was doing fences.
Yeah.
He was doing fences still in Yale. And they went to Courtney to break the deadlock. Courtney turned it down because he was about to go to Broadway to do Fences. And they called me up and told me I wasn't going to do the play. They said, we're sorry, in the movie, we're sorry. And I'm like, what happened? And then when I heard the stuff, when I got the role, I found out. So I cried. And I remember saying to God, I said, God, why? Why would you give me this dream come true and then take it away from me? What did I do?
Wow.
I ain't lying. Now, when I remember going up to the room I was staying in. I'm back in Cleveland now, by the way.
Okay.
Back in the room I'm staying in, I cried, and I said, God, what? Why? And I got an answer. I don't know if it was from God or what, but it was. I said, what was I going to do when I got that role? And I'm just going to be straight up. I was going to go and tell all these people who did not believe in me. I was going to go up to them and I'm going to say, blink you. Look what I got. And I remember thinking, I had a list. Y'all.
You can let it rip on this show, though. What's the other word? You can let it rip on this show. What's the other word for blank? Just asking.
My mother's watching.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mrs. Love.
Still a gentleman. Still a gentleman. My mom be sitting right there and I'll be cussing. So still a gentleman, Victor. I admire that.
Well, Victor.
And I cried, and I remember thinking, that's what I was going to do with the gift you were giving me. I was going to go out there, and I was going to be ugly, because I had felt in so many ways like nobody saw me, like I was being passed up. I wasn't getting the kind of opportunities that people from Juilliard or Yale or NYU were getting. I was out there crawling and fighting, for every little piece. Yeah. And so then I said, God, I'm sorry. And I said, thank you. Thank you. I don't want to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Then 2 days later, I kid you not, my agent called me up and said, Victor, they want you for the movie. Yeah. And I was thinking, yeah, they're going to give me some because, I was good. What they gonna give me? So she said, the role. And I said, what? She goes, the role. And I left Cleveland and went and did the movie. And
so you're saying you didn't know you were going to be bigger?
I auditioned. They offered me the role. Then they withdrew the offer.
Oh, okay.
They offered it to Courtney. Okay. She didn't accept it.
Okay.
And then he called me back.
Okay.
And what was it like working with Elizabeth McGovern in that?
Elizabeth McGovern, she's like, I don't know. She's like a lollipop. Sweet as can be.
Wow.
Yeah, she is and was a wonderful, wonderful person. She and Matt Dillon were wonderful. They took me under their wing. They protected me. They made sure that I was treated with respect. It was an incredible experience. Oprah was her second movie, and she was wonderful. And she was silly and she was cute and all these, but she was lovely. There was nothing about the show that wasn't great. Geraldine Page had just gotten the Oscar the year before. She was lovely. Yeah, it was a dream come true. And then I had the book there, so I could look at the book when I had questions, and I was very, very prayerful. Or when the story is told, you'll see that I lost. I lost my connection to my God. Right. I lost my connection to what's really real and what's important to me. And it isn't about this outside stuff. It's a job, and I lost it.
That's right.
You lost it during the film, Victor, or
2 years later? But that film was a pure act of love. It was a pure act of love, and it was a beautiful experience. I had set goals for myself coming out of college, and my goals were, I want to do the lead in a feature film. I want to play Othello. I had these goals, and so at 24 years old, I had met all my goals, and I didn't know to get new goals.
Keep going. Yes. Yes.
One of the agencies said, Victor, we want you to decide if you're coming with us, these big name agencies, or going with the other ones. Because frankly, this is getting boring. This really isn't about you anymore. This is about, I want you and she wants you, and I've got to win this one. So I began to see that we are pawns. I was a pawn. Yeah. And I was innocent. I was the first one of my little bunch to get in there.
Who was your bunch? Tell me about your bunch.
we had a meeting in my brownstone, in Manhattan, and Ving Rhames was there.
Yeah.
Was there. Lorraine Toussaint was there. Wesley was there. We were all in the same group.
Yes.
And we were trying to form a theater company based on us being able to do classical theater and also to be able to just do whatever we wanted, because we were singled out as being really exceptional. And we were tired of people saying, "Oh, that black actor," and that, we were like, you know what? Let's level the playing field. Let us just be actors and do the work. We were told pretty quickly that wasn't going to work, because pretty quickly we all began to get work.
Yes.
We never came back together in that configuration again. Yeah.
It was a good time.
It's so bittersweet to remember those times.
Yeah.
To remember what made them special, and in my story, to remember what made them painful.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We want to celebrate you on here. We put a little something together just to show the appreciation for work in the acting world, as well as appreciation for you. So play that Actor's Corner drop.
And the Oscar goes to Halle Berry in Monsters Ball.
This moment, so much bigger than me. This moment is for Dorothy Dandridge, Lena Horne, Diane Carroll.
You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I hear like you see, like that hummingbird outside the window, for instance.
I can't hear her.
You hear that? Her heart just skipped a beat.
But you're gonna have to make it work, Ray.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
Sometimes I wish you hadn't asked me them questions, because they made me think. I think it's made me scared a little. I saw myself after that night, and I saw the other people too. Mr. Max, I know them folks that sent me here to die, they hated me. They hated me like I hated them. I saw it. I saw us all sitting around, getting scared to death of each other. I saw them the same as I saw me. You understand?
Woo! Yes.
I went in deep to dig for that moment. I was watching the movie again, and I wanted, how you look for moments, Victor, how you taught us, to look for moments and immerse yourself into that moment. I was looking for that, and I found it in that. And I think it also speaks to, how you live your life. And it speaks to even this day and time. Like, we look at each other and we're so against each other. We're so at odds with each other. And like you said, I realized, like, damn, all those people hate me, but I hate them too. But for that one moment, the attorney saw you as a man, just a man that can sometimes fall, make mistakes. And I think that was very important, not to just speak towards your career and your life, but also to speak to today and, even what's going on today. So that was a moment, and that's why I chose that clip.
Great monologue.
So beautiful. That is, I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I was feeling it again. I was thinking, I remember that day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that day.
You remember that monologue still, word for word?
I don't remember the monologue word for word, but as he was speaking, I could feel it.
Yes. Yes.
It's interesting because after that, I was offered several films.
Mm-hmm.
I was offered a lot of work. It hurt so much to go play that role. And I was a young actor, and I was coming from the way that I act. that I couldn't imagine ever doing anything again. I remember sitting in my mama's house and thinking, I don't want to do that again. That hurt.
Yes.
It hurt.
Yes.
And then, as time went on, I chose to go back and do it again. But we as people, we as a Black people.
Yes.
I don't know about Eurocentric people because I'm not Eurocentric.
Okay.
But we as Black people, we have so much pain and so much fight and so much that we have gone through just to be here. And I'm not making a political statement. I'm making a statement about my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my mother. The things that our parents have had to put up with just to get us that we're here.
Yes. Yep.
And that informed my acting. And I always felt in certain roles that I had gotten out of the way.
Yes.
I had gotten out of the way, and that I was a vehicle for something that was important. And when I started, like I said before, when I started forgetting that I'm a vehicle and started thinking that I was the shit, even though the world was throwing stuff at me,
right?
I was not happy. I was not healthy. And I had to lose my way to find it again.
Yes.
So when you say you were unhealthy, Victor, elaborate on that. Unhealthy physically, mentally, unhealthy how?
See, I think that people try to define health in ways that try to separate it. We are holistic beings.
Yes.
My spiritual health contributes to my emotional health.
That's right.
Contributes to my physical health. What the hell is it to be physically fit and not be spiritually
fit? That's right.
Okay. So my journey took me into a place where I'm like, God, what the hell? I'm doing everything you asked me to do. Why is it that I'm not having the success that he's having? And you know what he did last night? He did this and that and that. I heard about it. The success she had. You know what she is? She had nothing but a
right.
Tell you all that, then you know what's up. So anyway, at the age of 40, I decided that I was not going to live the life of an artist anymore.
Okay.
Because it seemed like it was just a messed up life. I'm going to go ahead and party with the people.
Okay.
And the party with the people turned into an addiction.
Okay.
It turned into something that was very hard on me, a bit hard on the people that loved me.
Yes.
Hard on my family.
Yes.
My arrogance made me think that I was immune. I mean, look at me, you know, I'm a movie actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I got a car this year and I'll have one next year. You know, it was all of that. And so I was not prepared, even though I was prepared. I made a choice. The choice led to an addiction. And with the grace of God, my family, and some real hard knocks, today I can sit here and be hopefully an inspiration to anybody who's going through anything that's difficult. I learned that I can't do it alone.
Yes.
We do it. We do it. And it's all the stuff I feel today, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it to feel my feelings. But anyway, you know, on the second part of when we talk, I'll tell you about the play that is being written, and my beautifully talented, amazingly gifted student is here to do one of the monologues from the play that deals with my life, and it's called Street Life.
Yeah.
And Street Life takes the journey of this young boy, a little bit too innocent, a little bit too naive.
You want to introduce it right now?
James, you ready?
No, he not ready because we not ready. We got a schedule to keep. That's why I sent you the run the show. Now I'm serious about my run the shows now.
Over here,
because
you're not ready and we ain't ready. It ain't fit to happen.
Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to celebrate you. I'm trying to do this for you. Now we got
the diva that kicked in. Victor, do you see the
tired of
diva?
y'all ignoring the run the show around here. Damn it! I sit up all night putting this run the show together. And I sent it off to everybody. Don't nobody look at it.
Victor,
Listen.
damn it, let me look at the run of the show.
I must have it somewhere.
Somewhere in these papers.
I guess your run of show ain't the CPT.
Right.
No, it's not that one.
Yo, we got a white engineer. We can't be on CP time.
He won't allow it. He won't allow it. Time is money, people.
Tony sitting back there.
You guys are tuned in to Drip to My Network, 2020 Vision. You can give us a call at 646-378-0355 and press 1 if you'd like to ask Victor any questions so far, or just any comments or any encouraging words that you have, or even a story that you have gone through that's similar. Anything that you can relate to that Victor is talking about, you definitely welcome to call and chat it up with us. Again, that number is 646-378-0355, and you press 1 to be heard. But I do have another question for you, Victor. Okay, so I was watching the movie Gang Related that you were in, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the sound of that movie. I didn't remember the movie. And then when I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, Tupac, he's in it. And this was his last film before he, he passed away. Did you get a chance to interact with him much during making that movie?
Yeah, I did. People have asked me what my experience of him was.
Uh-huh.
He was, and this is just a professional thing.
Okay.
He was professional. He came on set ready, knew his lines, knew his feeling.
Yes.
He was authentic. I really, really was impressed with his work. If he had not been Tupac, he still would have stood out. He still would have been somebody who I would have said, "Wow, who is this?"
Okay.
He was polite.
Yes.
He was generous. He's what I've experienced with all the big stars. They are not the assholes that you day to day.
Yeah.
They are generous. They take time to be with you, to look you in the eye. He was that guy.
Yes.
And he was a kid to me. I'm not of the Tupac generation, even though I've come to appreciate him. He was fantastic.
Not all big stars are nice guys. Some of them are ridiculously garbage, Victor. I just wanted to put that out there, right there. But I did meet Tupac actually a couple of weeks before he lost his life. He showed up at one of my comedy shows at the Comedy Store. What? And when you talk about spirituality, Victor, I could tell something was going on with Pac because he spoke to me in the bathroom. And I could tell something was going on. And honestly, I could feel that he was running out of time on everything. Because coming from Chicago, you know how you see some of the homies and you go, he ain't going to last long. I felt that same feeling with Pac when I talked to him in the bathroom, and then 2 weeks later, he was gone.
Oh, my.
It's an interesting thing, Evan, that I have run into so many people whose fire burns so hot, that it's going to burn out. And I don't know if it's a healthy fire or what it is, but I have met lots of people who are no longer with us. I guess James Dean is one of the ones they always think of. And when you're around them, they're hot.
Yes.
They don't know how to cool down. They burn up. They burn.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I was curious to the fact that you said, you for a minute you got sidetracked. In our industry, it's a lot that is offered to us to kind of subside the pain that we go through emotionally, whether it be from a role or whether it be from actual life or whatever the case may be. We get offered a lot of things. Is that how you got caught up in your addiction process, or did you go seeking it because you felt like I'm this guy, I'm the king now, so I can do whatever and however I want to do?
Damn, you don't make them damn questions easy, do you? So I'm going to say this, ain't none of your business. My situation was very different.
Okay.
I had been offered it all my life. You know that. We were offered it.
Right.
You go here, you go there. You may not know what it is that they're offering you, but you know that if you got to sneak around here and go there, it probably ain't nothing you can tell your mom about, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I knew that was going on. I had, we in my family had dealt with substance abuse. And so it was I was aware of it. I got tired of people saying, hey, you're that guy. You know, I got tired of like going into a store and people coming up because I didn't like Victor. I didn't like me.
Okay.
So the people liking me and looking at me and talking to me made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And who do you talk about that to? Everybody's be like, what's wrong with you? Shit, you got everything I want. But so there was not a whole lot of empathy there. I started going to a little neighborhood bar in Hollywood with my hood on. I had locks for a minute. And I was calling myself the incognito. I was incognito, y'all. And I would sit in that little bar and people be drinking. And I could take a martini and drink it all night long. All I really wanted was the olive. So and I'd go there after every Wednesday after my acting class.
Okay.
And after a while they knew me. They were like, you want some of this? And I said, what is that? And I swear to you, I didn't know what it was. It was just like salt to me, you know? And I just said no. I knew better than to take it. And that went on for quite a while.
Okay.
Then I started feeling like I was being seen for myself, not for being this actor whose value was only in his work. And that was really a hard thing for me to get over. If I did it again, I would do it differently. But I wanted people to see me. And I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel heard. My family didn't quite understand what was going on because I kept secrets from them. So that one night I tried it. And I became, in my mind, very popular. They liked me better when they...
He said in his mind.
We tried again.
Let me ask you, and I've always wanted to ask this question. Okay, so sounds like the drug of choice was cocaine, right?
Just call it what it was. I started off with cocaine.
Okay.
It ended up being crack.
Oh, okay.
But it started with that white girl. That's what it was. It was the white girl, that cocaine. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. That white girl.
Yeah. So, but in reality, like I know that, we can't advocate for drugs. That's bad. But I want to ask a really real question. Did it help you in your acting? Never? Okay. Any substance?
No. My acting, as I said before, I really believed, and this could be my perception, it could be bullshit, but I believe my acting came from God.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I centered myself and I asked, please make me a vessel for what it is that you're doing. My work was great.
Okay.
I didn't feel like, I'm all this or all that because I knew where it came from. I never used drugs when I was working.
Okay.
And so it wasn't part of my acting life.
Okay.
Now, the interesting, crazy thing is, when Bro first offered me the substance, I said, no. I said, I can't do no crack.
Right.
He said, it ain't crack. This is rock cocaine.
That's a difference. Now that's a difference now.
And that just goes to the ignorance that the majority of us have about drugs. The ignorance that, nobody wants to talk about it. My life is the way it is because it is. And because of it, I was able to write this play. Because of it, I'm able to be an advocate for people who want to be sober. I'm able to teach. I'm able to have this amazing life that I wouldn't have had any idea existed if I had kept on the trajectory. Because I'd be living in that house I had up in Silver Lake. I'd be driving this year's car.
Yes.
I'd be flossing at some party and being miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm
So, and the reason why I asked that is because, a lot of our fallen soldiers has fell to to substance abuse. And so the first thing I would think is, you run to it because there's something missing, or or either you're trying to escape something, you're trying to escape a particular reality. But then, there are some would say, like, there are psychedelics, for instance. They would say that those open you up and, open up your third eye, allow you to see and create and see into worlds that, you wouldn't normally see with your carnal eye. And so the reason why I ask is because so many of our entertainers has fell victim to drug use, or drug abuse. And I just feel like it has to be something else, because if I, growing up in Detroit, I saw someone that was on crack that wasn't attractive to me. I didn't think, oh, I want to do that. I want to look like that. I want to, live out on the street. I want to look crazy. I want to, I want to steal from my family. You know what I mean? I want to be out here and blow it,
A strawberry.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that, right? But there has to be something. There has to be a moment like, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. And I'm able to do this. I can fly now, So, I just asked, like, at any point in time, did it help you with your craft? Or did you think, man, this is my craft? And I know you've already answered, but the reason why I asked that question, because at some point somebody said that this feels good and this is a good thing. And it actually helps me with everything else that I'm doing.
By the time that I had begun to do it, I went through a lot of loss. My pops died. A lot of things happened. I mean, there was like 8 or 9 things I could get into, but there are things that involve my family members, so I won't get into those. And I was looking for an escape.
Yes.
I wanted to belong because I wanted to belong. I didn't want to belong because I had done a movie. Every party I used to go to was, hey, Vic, what's up, boy? What you working on now? Yeah. And so you would answer, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because we were always doing something.
Yes.
When the period happens, which happened for me, where I stopped being this boy and I began to become a man, there was a slower period in there for me. Okay. And I didn't have any idea that was going to happen. So when I found drugs, if I had the intelligence or the know-how to go to a doctor and say I'm depressed, to go to a doctor and say I'm scared, it would have been a different situation. We have a stigma in our communities about mental health.
Yes.
And drug abuse it's part of what goes on with mental health.
Yes.
When I first found that high, because there is a moment where it is a different experience. It's like when you're a teenager and you fall in love for the first time, your body starts responding, and you're like, woo! That first time is exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has life in it, so it goes on, and we learn to love in this way. But drugs has that excitement, has that euphoria, and in that moment, all the things that you were running from disappear for a moment, like behind the curtain. That moment never returns. And hundreds and thousands of people die looking for that moment. If riches and fame could make people happy, we wouldn't have these great actors and actresses and singers dying from overdoses. Because celebrity doesn't make you happy. Celebrity is an idea. It's a marketing tool. So if you fall into that thing of, oh, I'm going to be happy, I learned at 25 that being in front of people looking at me all the time, knocking my mama out the way to say, come over and talk to me like I'm a hamburger or something.
Touch
I
my
said,
mama.
No.
Yeah. Don't be touching my mama.
You see?
Yeah. Right.
There are people who have gone through what I went through, and they wanted that. I have friends who, when we were acting, we were kids, they said, I want to get a big house, and I want this, and I want that. My mama gave me a big house. My mama gave me a car when I was 16 years old. I was class president. I had that.
Right.
I was trying to be an actor so I could get stuff.
Right. Okay.
So my experience was different, but there is the euphoric that happens. It never happens again. And it is one of the things that I've had to deal with. That's one of the things, because it's called euphoric recall. And it's where your mind grasps on to the euphoric experience that you have just had.
Yeah.
But it does not allow you to play the full tape, because that euphoric experience ends up leading you under bridges and with your pants down in places where your pants should be up. And, all kind of...
Wow. Victor talking about what's real.
Right.
And he going to catch himself. You going to try to catch yourself. Wait a minute.
Speaking of pants down and things, there's a clip I want to play from your series, Lusty Crest.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. Real quick before we play it, how did you come up with the concept of this show, or how?
No, oh God, I feel like a bad boy. I can't remember her name for a moment.
That's okay.
The director came up with the concept. It was going to be one of the live action shows on Adult Swim.
Oh, okay.
And I remember when I got it, I was like, whoa.
What?
These people from New York and LA, I have that pedigree, y'all. I was sitting in Atlanta, so I was representing for all of us.
Yes.
That dude was a freak, the one I was playing. He was a freak.
He's stone cold.
It was very difficult because I had to ask my inner freak to please come out and play.
Wow.
The inner freak? What is the inner freak? Is that something different from you? Is that what it is?
Evan, I'm going to ask you some questions too, bro.
You know what? With that note, show that
ain't
clip.
about me, Vic.
Play that clip.
It ain't about me. Let's see the clip. Love it. Love it.
Never seen that.
That looks like a lot of fun, man. Look like you was having fun.
Oh, yeah, that's my job.
Yeah, great role. Don't you love those roles you can have fun with and just stretch and be creative?
Yes, and get paid, yeah.
Exactly.
I've never seen that. I sent it over to Ameerah because we had talked about doing it, but I had on my little disc thing for a minute. I was afraid to look at it. I was afraid to watch it because I didn't know what I was going to look like, and he's something, ain't he?
Oh, man, you did the damn thing. It was a toss up which part I was going to show, man, because you get into some things later on. I said, well.
It gets crazy with it.
I mean,
it gets crazy.
Crazy. I'm just here to be peaceful and love and light. That's love and light, y'all. That's all I'm here to do.
Look crazy. I've seen you and I've seen Cedric play that type of character as well. Here's a question for you, Victor. Now, I know you're a spiritual man and you believe in God. How do you feel when they approach you with roles like that have to do with, that sort of thing? How do you feel about that, and how do you approach it?
There's certain things that I haven't been offered. I haven't been offered a lot of things that I would say no to. But, spirituality has nothing to do with your morality. It has to do with my morality.
Come on, talk about it.
It has to do with what it is that I can live with. And when I look at that role, I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought he was the wrong side of the street, And I was looking to cross over.
Yeah.
And, and it was fun.
Yeah.
So my morality is, can I live with this? Does it represent something I think that I can live with? But, the honest God truth is we all go through periods where we actually don't have a choice. You can say, no, I ain't going to do it. But then, hopefully they give you some food stamps. I'm here in Georgia. They ain't giving us nothing.
Gotta eat.
Sometimes you got to eat.
I heard they're opened up in Georgia, like in Atlanta, like it's all the way live there. Is it?
I heard the same thing. I'm in my house.
Okay, come on, talk about it.
You haven't been out. You didn't go join the parties they have in Victor?
No, not at all. It's I don't want to get political. What the hell? Let's just get political.
We can do whatever we want.
I believe that when they realize that black people's getting it more than white people's, they realize that brown people's was getting more than white people, they just let us have it. Just like AIDS and all these other things. Now, that might be something that I shouldn't say, okay?
Oh, you can say what you feel.
And I'll just follow the lead of our president. If somebody says, what did you say? I'll say, I never said that. I never said it.
Exactly.
He looked like me. He said it.
Right.
And I also, we are living in an era where facts really don't matter. Now, it's interesting to watch the White House take care of themselves, get tested every day. Everybody around them get tested.
Yes.
In my neighborhood, we ain't getting tested every day. We're not. It's not one of those things. So people are using their own good judgment as to what to do. With that, I've got to say that my studio, my acting studio, we open for 1 day a week. I have 8 students, 8 wonderful students.
Okay.
We're taking precautions. The seats are that far apart. And Ameerah, you know, when you were there, we had what, 15, 20?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, so
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
So I'm hoping that people will use their own good sense. The government has never really taken care of us. It never has. If we start to believe that it will take care of us, then we should just lay down and die.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not by some sort of accident that Atlanta is the first, big city to open like that. I mean, Atlanta's a predominantly black city. It's like the black Mecca in America. And so
you got to be real clear, Kevin, that in Atlanta, we have a mayor who said, do not open. So Atlanta.
Really?
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Our mayor did not want us to
I
open.
didn't know that.
Yeah, and all the Republicans was going up against
the whole state
her.
opened up, and so she has to follow that rule.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our mayor said no.
Yep. And all the Republicans there were upset with her about it.
Wow.
And then Trump came out and was like, I don't really care about what y'all saying. And then they had to reckon with it. Like, okay, so we were mad at our governor. Now Trump is denouncing us. So now what do we do?
So they just had to follow suit.
They had to follow suit.
We've got to be very careful. We've got to be very careful because politics has always separated us. And politics is one of those things that I have somebody, a dear friend who I love. I've got LUV, I love this bro. And we had one big falling out over politics. And it was because he didn't hear me and I didn't hear him. And what he has been led to believe is only from what he's grown up with, what he knows. And for him, that's true. For me, this is true. You see? So we've had to learn how to listen to each other and to avoid things that are going to destroy our friendship, And I think that if we in this country would do the same thing, to realize that this country is more important than you being red and me being blue.
That's right.
To do that. So I just want to be careful that I have a lot of people that they think differently than I do.
Yeah.
But on morality and on fairness, they're using the best tools they have.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have we have a caller. Okay. Oh, someone's been waiting. Did the other one hang up? Okay. Well, we still have someone. Aziz. He's on the line. Oh, okay. This is the CEO of Drip the Mic Network. He wants to come in and say something. Aziz, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Say hello to Victor.
How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, brother.
Victor. Hey, Victor. How you doing tonight, my brother?
I am fantastic. How about you?
Great. It is an honor, an absolute honor to have you on the show. And sis, dope interview. I'm loving all the information. And EL, you hold it down every night. I mean, every
Appreciate you, brother.
Up.
Always.
Crack it up. Yes. So my question is, I became an instant fan of yours. I'm the age of both. I'm going to take you back probably about 30 years to the Hank Gather story.
Yeah. So what was the question?
One of the things that made me, I'm sorry.
What do the toes go in?
I thought I had missed something. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I said no. So when I saw you in the Hank Gather story, what made me a fan? I mean, your acting was great. Yes, it was. But it felt like you was in a really, really, really good place during that time because you had an energy, kind of a happiness about you that kind of, how they say when actors are acting, if they're going through something in their personal life, negative or positive, it shows on the screen. For example, with Eddie Murphy in Dreamgirls, he was going through something, and they always made a big deal of the part when he was getting ready to do the drugs, and the one dude was like, "Come on, man," and he just kind of gave the dude a look, and so and they was just saying how all the pain that he was going through. I think he was going through a divorce or something at that time. Now going back to the Hank Gather story, on the flip side of that, you portrayed so much positive energy, like you was in such a good place in your life, and I just wanted to know if you can expand on that.
So I think I understand. I seemed when you saw me in the Hank Gather story that I was in a really good place because of the joy that Hank had. And you were saying whether or not that was going on in my life as well?
Aziz, did you hear the question? Oh, his phone went out, Victor. So go ahead.
Okay. The Hank Gather story. You know, why is there so much drama behind every single role that I've ever gotten? The Hank Gather story, they were auditioning the Hank Gather story, and everybody in LA, I mean, everybody, shoot, they were going on the corners. Can you play ball? You want to come in here? But they didn't want to see me. So everybody's calling me, hey, man, are you going in for this role? And I said, no, I ain't going in for it. You know, and I was acting like, what's the big deal? You know, there was a casting director who I really respected, and I figured, well, he didn't respect me. So, you know, you let it go. Then one day, it was a 2-day holiday. I don't know what the holiday was. They called me and said, they want you to come in for the Hank Gathers story. And I said, well, which role? They said that you can choose between Hank Gathers or between both. And I said, I read the script. I said, damn, well, I'm going to take Hank Gathers. I'm going to audition for that.
Yeah.
So, I remember working on it, and there's a way that I work. I like to walk when I'm learning lines. I like to move, you know, so that my body can be relaxed and I can get into it. And I remember walking along the beach. It was Torrance Beach, California. Walking along the beach and just saying, Hank, see, this is where y'all think I'm crazy. But anyway, I said, Hank, please, let me play you. Let me earn the right to play you. And I went into the audition. It was in Westwood. And we ain't had no cell phones then, y'all. Okay, I'm telling you myself. I know that was pretty I got into the audition, and they told me they wanted me to read something I had not prepared. And I was like, what? And then they said, oh, yeah, we want you to play basketball, too, first. I said, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. I called my agent and said, I ain't doing it. Right. I was getting ready to get in my car. And then she said, hold on. So then she called them, then they called me. They said, okay, come on in. You can do this. You can do it your way, you know. So I remember I went in there, and I was angry as hell. I played some basketball. And then when the basketball was over, the coach came over. He was actually Hank Gather's coach. He came over, and I heard him saying to the director, the only one out there who can play anything is that one. Pointed at me. Let me tell you how good I felt. Like, yeah, you know. Then when I went in to do the audition, I do believe that Hank came and offered himself to me. I did the audition, and then they gave me the role. It was a fight, and it feels to me like all the things that have been important to me there's been a fight behind it. And the fight had to end up with me saying, you know what, maybe I ain't gonna get it, but I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do the best I could. That's what that role meant to me. So that role was really special for me. Hank was amazingly optimistic. He was amazing. And this is a story that I've never even shared like in this kind of a context. I used to work out at, it's called LA Fitness now, but it was called something else then.
Bally's then.
Bally's, yeah. I used to work out at Bally's in Hollywood. And I was working out, getting ready for the movie. And this real pretty girl came up to me and she says, hey, she says, you remind me of somebody. And I said, yeah. And she said, yeah, my ex-boyfriend, he just died. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, what was his name? She said, Hank Gathers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And just like the Jamie Foxx with Ray Charles, he was meant to play Hank Gathers. Wow. Sometimes, how often does those type of phenomenal roles come to you and that you're just made for? Is that a once in a lifetime thing, or is that as long as you stay in it, you're going to get many of them? What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that the ones that have come to me in that process have meant the world to me.
Yes.
When I did A Few Good Men, that was an interesting experience. I was in LA waiting for this movie, Heaven is a Playground, to get shot. I was there, and then I remember they called up the day or two before shooting and said the movie had been pushed back.
Okay.
I was really disappointed because I was excited about that because that was another role I had to fight for. The audition, and Bro says to me, "Oh, no, you'll never play this role. You know, you're just too whatever." He said some corny thing, but you know, he had the power to hire me or not. And I said, "You know what? I don't want to play this role." And he looked at me like, "What?" I said, "No, I don't want to play this role." I said, "But I'll tell you this: I could play it if I wanted to. I could."
Yes.
Oh, really? Show me. And I showed him, and they offered me the role. So I was on hold for that movie for about a year. And then it fell apart. They did it later. I went back to New York. I was devastated. That word comes up a lot in my life, don't it?
Devastated. I was devastated. You're in touch with your feelings. That's why you're a great actor.
So
you definitely bodied that
called me
role. You definitely bodied that role, though.
Good men.
Okay,
and I was like, what the hell? And the monologue that I had to do was the one that opens the play. I, Lance Corporal Harold W. Dawson, and it goes on for pages.
Yes.
And I remember, like, I had shit else to do. You know, I went in there and I got that role. And Aaron Sorkin has said that I got it because I had dignity, because I brought such dignity to the piece. Really, what it was is I just didn't give a fuck. You know, I'm sorry, Mom, if you're listening. I have to keep saying that word.
On Sunday, Victor, really?
I'm in Atlanta. It's not Sunday. We don't have COVID here either.
Believe it or not, moms know their sons more than they think we do.
So churches are open there?
Yeah, some people are going to church. But basically people are doing it conference calls online, that kind of thing.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Well, before we end this segment, I do want to talk about you actually connecting with Tyler Perry. Now, I know I don't want to sound redundant, and I know it's a no-brainer. You're in Atlanta, and you're a great actor, and you know Tyler Perry Studios are there. But what was that connection? What was that connection for you with Tyler?
You know, I've been here for 10 years.
Okay.
And for a lot of that time, I didn't want to act. I wanted to be drug-free. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted people not to have to go through what I've gone through.
Yes.
So I spent time doing that. With this current crop of students, I realized these kids are amazing.
Yes.
I can't teach them what I don't have.
Yeah.
So I decided I would get back into it, and they have been kicking my butt. If y'all are watching, just know that you've been kicking my butt, okay? Again. So I had auditioned for several things with Tyler Perry, and never really gotten any place, but that's my fault. I wasn't doing the kind of work I can do.
Okay.
When Bill came up, I went in and auditioned. I thought he was just a great character. You know, he's just like, you know, I like your mama. You know, first time I was with your mama, man, she your mama. You know, it was so much fun. And I loved it. He runs a very tight ship.
Yes.
He respects talent. He respects people who come in prepared.
Okay.
So I went in prepared.
Yes.
Terrified I wasn't. I was going to get called out. But I went in there prepared. We shot the scene, and it was beautiful. The way my experience with him is that he is a professional. He treats you like a professional. If you do not behave that way, you get called out.
Yeah.
So that was my experience with him. I'm looking forward to continuing to work there. My students get a lot of attention from the Tyler Perry Studios because they deserve it. Yeah. And because they're working hard, and because my studio is right down the street
from it, right around the corner, baby. Every time I was on my way to class, I was like, there it is, right there. Look, before I show this clip, I wanted to just mention, you mentioning your students. They're all on Facebook, chimed in. Who we have? Just
Pauline Mansfield. She said, "Love you, Victor L."
Wait. Pauline Mansfield. She said, "Love you, Victor Love." Go ahead.
She said, "You are so gifted, my friend."
She said, "You are so gifted, my friend."
She's
and you're such an inspiration to your students.
Oh, she's a blessing.
Anybody else on there before we show this clip? Okay, so we do have another caller, but you know what? I want to show this clip. It's Tyler Perry's Bruh. And we're going to, take a short break while we play this clip. And then when we come back, we're going to get into the teaching and Evolve Acting Studios, and we're going to meet your student, and it's going to be lit. So let's watch this clip right quick, and we'll be right back.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, and yes. There we go. Yes. Bravo, bravo. I had to chop it down. It was like 4 minutes, and so I said, well, but funny, hilarious, timing. You know what? Can I ask, did he just let y'all go after a while? Did Tyler just kind of let you guys just go for it after a while?
Yeah, after we had done the scripted part of it, he said, I want to do some more. He said, just ad lib, go back and forth. And we did. And I remember when the young actor said, don't put your hands on me. He was not playing.
I know. That's why I was asking. At that point, was it just straight raw? Because when he was like, when you was hit chest, face, rubbing. I mean, you were all in his personal space, and we're taught like, get in that personal space. That's what it's all about. And you was all up in there. He was like, stop putting your hands on me. I said, ooh, ooh. So I said, he must have just let them go, and y'all was just going. Like, let's just see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was, there's always that fear when you're not the lead in a TV show that your role is not going to be important enough to keep in the show. So the fact that I didn't see it was kind of on purpose. Okay. And the fact that, because I didn't know what was going to happen. But I tell my students, I say, your job is to make the other actors so uncomfortable. Yes. That they give you what you want. Yes. And comfort comes in many different ways. Yes. It comes with sexual discomfort. It comes with, intimacy. It comes in all kinds of ways. Yes. I have to do what I tell them to do because I know they're going to watch me and talk. So
wow. We let's take this caller, and then we definitely want to get into the teaching segment of this. I know that you have Evolve Acting Studios, and I really want everyone to see what you have done. I think it's such a wonderful job that you have done with your class. And the one of the biggest things that I love about it is that even though it's a class setting, you feel like you're one-on-one with your acting coach. So we're definitely going to get into that. But let's take this caller that's been waiting. Okay. Erica, you there, honey?
Yes, I am.
All righty.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Can you hear her, Victor?
I hear Erica. What's up, girl?
Hey, Erica.
Hey, Victor. Hey. But I don't have a question. I just wanted just to kind of publicly thank Victor, because about 3 years ago, I was a student in at Evolve Studios as well. But about 3 years ago, I knew I wanted to continue my training at a deeper level, and I wanted to go to school. But I had no prior experience other than like film classes or whatnot. Okay. And so I reached out to Victor about 3 years ago. And he was taking a break from acting and from teaching, and I begged him with no money really to basically help me train for these auditions. Okay. And when I say Victor took his time, Victor worked with me so hard, and I am now about to graduate next year with my MFA in acting because of Victor.
Yes.
So
wow.
amazing.
Congratulations.
He prepared me. Yes, he prepared me in like 4 weeks. Shakespeare stuff I've never experienced before, and because of Victor, I was prepared to step on this campus and to be challenged. And I want to thank you, Victor. I love you so much. You're so amazing.
Thank you, Erica. But you know what? We're getting ready to get real in here, right? Yes. I was living homeless. I was living homeless.
When?
I had reached that point where I had lost my home. I had lost everything. Okay. I was about to leave Georgia because I was going to do one of those things where what do they call it? Anyway, I was going to leave Georgia. And Erica contacted me and asked me would I work with her. She'd been a student of mine before. And I was living in the garage. And she would come and she paid what she could, and it was more than what I had. And she would take me to the store after we worked together, and I could buy some food. It was really cold in that garage. She brought me a heater. Never judged me for the position that I was in. She just kept reminding me of what my purpose was.
That's right.
Wow.
She stayed there with me until we finished. She gave me a reason. Oh boy, wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, this is real life, baby.
Keep going. I love this woman. She's talented. She's beautiful. She's going to work. And thank you, Erica, for reminding me. I don't know. Just thank you.
Erica, you are a special human being.
Yes.
Trust and believe that. You are blessed and highly favored, dear sister.
This is because of Victor. Victor, oh my God, he's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my God. But I just wanted to, I just wanted to come on here and say that because he's so amazing. And when I saw that he would be on here, I was like, I have to tune in.
Thank you,
I have to
Erica.
support him. So,
We appreciate it. Well, we're about to
thank you,
raise our
guys.
glasses as a toast, and Victor, I mean,
A toast to Victor getting out the garage. That's what we
get your water, your green juice, whatever, James, Erica, whatever you sipping on. And we're in the studio. We have the Belvini. We're still doing that for this month. It's a it's a scotch,
Caribbean
right?
joint, too.
Yes. So we're gonna raise our glass as a toast to Victor Love and
Victor
his
Love.
triumphant story. Yes.
Victor Love, ladies and gentlemen, a toast.
I'm crazy. I love you.
Yes. We
Victor
love
Love from California and Chicago and everywhere else.
And the
Victor
Carolinas.
Love.
Don't
And the
forget-
Carolinas. Victor Love, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Victor, did you live on the military base on the raggediest base in the history of raggedy?
Where at?
Y'all know Pendleton is the raggediest. Was you living on Camp Pendleton when your parents was in the military and you was living with them?
It was raggedy, you said?
Yeah, Camp Pendleton.
Well, I'm sure I wasn't.
Because if it was raggedy, then I wasn't there. Tell him, Victor. Tell him.
My mama knows how to live well.
Because it was San Diego.
No, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
If you fact check me and I'm wrong, I will claim the Trump. Okay? My friends who love Trump are going to hate me. No, you're going to hate. No, it's how I feel. It's how I feel.
This is a free, keep it real,
talking about what's real,
love and light show.
I can see my friend Eli and his family, and I love y'all. I love y'all. But just keep going, okay?
So we want to get into the teaching and Evolve Acting Studios. Show the website so they can see how wonderful this studio and this class, this education, this spiritual uplifting place that Victor has created for himself and other students to come in and get just a little bit of what he has on them. This is where I spent my time when I was in Atlanta in November and December. This is where I spent my time, and this is how we found each other. Real quick before we get into some information that Victor can give us. The thing that I found when I went on the website, I think it was the mission statement, and it spoke to spirituality and upliftment and your inner self. And what had me so sprung is that at the beginning of the class, they meditate. I was like, yes! I was like, I found it. I found the place that I belong. I had went and sat in and audited a lot of different classes, and not that they were not good, and not that they didn't have working actors, and not that they wasn't even connected to the Tyler Perry Studios, which is where I was trying to get to. But they didn't have what Victor had. They didn't have that. They didn't have that inner self. They wasn't dealing with the God that's inside you. You know what I mean? They wasn't dealing with that.
The God in you.
The God in you. And
wow.
I was drawn. Someone it was I was referred to him, but once I went on and did my research, I was totally drawn to the class. So I just want to talk to Victor, the teacher.
Wow, did you see the joy that she expressed with that, Victor? Wow.
Yes.
This class must be something else. I got to get there then, if that's the case.
It's off the chain. And
we're online now too, so you can get here.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will
And-
tune in.
And he's reasonable and fair. And, you know, I mean, he has his set prices for sure. But like every time we would get to class, he would just look around at the class and he would down there just say, all right, for this month, just pay me what y'all got.
You dealing with some broke actors and you showing compassion.
December it came and it was Christmas. He was like, okay, because I think his class is like 200. You know, that's standard, like 200 or something. He's like, I got a $99 special. Like, you know, if you sign up right now.
You was helping the students.
We do it twice a year. A $99 Christmas special.
Yes.
And $99 summer special.
Yes.
Usually the summer special comes after the showcase, which we couldn't have this year. But it's my way of acknowledging how much work goes into being in the studio.
Yes.
How much work goes into an actor who has to live and feed their family and do all these things.
Mhm.
I don't want people to stop studying once I see they're committed. And if they're committed, I will be there for them. I have people that for months couldn't pay, but I knew they were committed. And when they got money, they came back.
Yeah.
So I do the work. I leave the rest up to my higher power. And it's interesting because
Amen.
the C, who's in my class, was Ameerah's scene partner
Yes.
when they were in New York, when
Yes.
she was in Atlanta.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's just-
and let's introduce him now. You brought that student with you. What's his name?
His name is James Joseph Crawley.
Y'all give it up for James
Joseph Crawley, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he can't hear. Oh.
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
And
You there, James?
I'm there.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Nice to see you, James, on this side of the world, even though technically you're not, but you know.
It's time to get it cracking. You got to show what you've been learning in Victor's class.
Before we're gonna put you to work, but before we do that, can you just talk about your experience in his class and when you first came to his class and you know that whole from the moment you came to where you're at now, you're actually doing a play with him. So just tell me about that.
Why y'all didn't give me these questions beforehand so I can prepare?
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Hilarious.
No, my first introduction to Victor was through my previous manager at the time.
Okay.
And Victor, you know, he got a little strong voice when you get on the phone, so he kind of scared me at first, you know. Hey, how's it going? You know, tell me about your acting experience and why you want to join my class. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, I went on the spiel of that with him, everything. And once I got into his class, I thought I was auditing it, but come to find out I was actually
working that day.
Became a full-time student the first day.
Wow.
And, honestly, working with Victor and being with Victor has got me in touch more with my emotional side when it comes to acting.
Yes.
Being able to go to a level where, you know, most people are pretending, and I'm not pretending when I'm acting.
Yes.
It's really dealing with emotional feelings that you have to tap into.
Yes.
And he helped me get there class after class and just feel like I'm getting better with every class.
Yes. Yes. So how did you get chosen to actually do the play that Victor is producing?
It really started with the this whole COVID-19 thing.
Uh-huh.
So we when we were doing the online classes, he wanted us to work on monologues. So he had a monologue from his play and he sent it over to me. He wanted me to read it and go over it. And during the first class that we did it, I guess I killed it.
Yeah.
You know, it was an amazing job, and thank you very much for going there. And that's all I can say about that.
All right. Well, James, can we see it? Can we hear it? Can you do it for us?
Sure.
While he's preparing, why don't I just give you a little bit of background on it?
Okay, please.
The play is called Street Life.
Okay.
My collaborator is Lee Richardson, who founded the Crossroads Theater. And he has been working with me for the last couple of years to get this done.
Okay.
This play is a young artist's journey from infancy with all of the dreams and hopes and expectations of his family put on him, through all the things that happen, and then through his successes, and then his ultimate addiction. It's my story.
Okay.
So right now is doing my father. His name is Leon, and Leon, this is a piece that is self-explanatory, and I'll leave it alone.
Okay. Is there a name to this particular piece of the play?
No.
Okay.
No,
that's fine.
It's in the first act, and we're doing rewrites right now.
Okay.
So it will have something.
And but the name of the play is
Street Life.
Street Life. Okay.
Street Life.
Yeah.
It's the only life I know.
Street Life.
Okay. Sorry, James.
That was a jam.
I wanted to love him, but I didn't. I did, but I didn't. I wanted a son. I wanted to give him what I never had. I wanted to have a little Leon, a little ball buster, a mini me. I wanted someone who loved me. But what was love? I mean, what was I looking for? I made up stories of what that would look like, but he failed me. It wasn't the son I had waited for. He was, I hate to say it, but he was soft. He was sweet. He was smart. He was beautiful. Men aren't those things. He felt things. He was easily hurt. He needed me. I never needed my father. I never went to my father and said I was scared or sad or hurt. I never went to my father and asked him, did he love me? I never did. Never did. What the hell was I supposed to do with this boy? I remember once I said I wish I had Princeton as my son. See, he was Vic's friend, and he was everything I knew. Rough. A bully at 5. He steal the other kids' candy. He was strong. He was what I understood. He loved Vic. I could not. Because he made me feel. He made me scared. He needed me. He couldn't make it without me. See, I was vulnerable for the first time, and I hated that feeling. And I couldn't stop feeling that. I had to make him strong so I could stop feeling. My father, I never did this to him. I never, I want to say, Daddy, do you love me? Am I good enough? I wanted to. Motherfucking Victor. I hate this. I love him and I hate this. You better learn how to fly like an eagle or hawk and not like some dove and be eaten alive. You better learn how to fly. That's why I left. That's why.
Yeah. Yes.
And sing.
Yes.
And sing.
I'm over here with tears in my eyes. You know how I get, Victor.
Put his hand and sing. I love it.
Bravo, James. Bravo.
Yeah. So this is what we learn when we come to your class, huh, Brother Victor?
Well, talent is innate. It's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
To take the talent and to mold it.
Yes.
And to become skillful with it is what you just saw.
Yes.
It's a very powerful expression of self.
Yes.
And he went there. He went there, and that's what he does.
Yeah, I'm feeling emotional.
He doesn't play.
Yeah.
And I love you, James. That was painful to watch and wonderful to watch.
Yes. Yes.
Love you too, babe.
Thank you.
So the technique that you teach, Victor, is the, and I know I'm going to mispronounce it, but you can help me, the Chubbuck or Chubbuck?
It's based on the Chubbuck technique.
Chubbuck, okay.
You showed a clip from Halle Berry.
Yes.
She, in that speech, she thanks Ivana Chubbuck
for
helping her to win the Academy Award for Monster that year.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then you trained I'm doing you. I'm forgetting the name. Help me out. I can't even think of the name of the
You gotta
movie.
give us a hint.
I can't think of the name of the movie
or
or the woman I'm talking about. She's a singer, Janelle Monáe in
the Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
You making me forget.
I'm sorry. I was so excited because she's a singer.
Her and Taraji, yeah.
She's a singer, and she came to you, and so did me. I did, singer coming to you, and so we have a similar story. So I like to hear it. So can you tell us the story
about Janelle Monáe?
Janelle is an amazing person, first of all.
Okay.
She's amazing. She's the hardest working person I think I've met in decades.
Okay.
Wow.
When she came to me and we started working together, she's incredibly talented. She was trying to get her skill level together.
Okay.
And she worked harder than anybody, in fact, including me. We worked a lot on different things. But when she came into the rehearsal or the way we work with Hidden Figures, that was her. That's just who she was. And basically all I did was to encourage her to continue doing what she's doing.
Okay.
She also is a big part of my story because she was there when the addiction took over, and she tried to help me. She offered me help. When I was about to lose my studio financially, she gave a big donation to keep it going anonymously.
Okay.
She has always, always, always been there. And she deserves all that she's getting because she not only is brilliant and creative and has made her own way, she has not dropped anybody from her family.
Wow.
She is in Wonderland. She takes them with her. She takes care of them. She gives them opportunities. She is an example of what it is, and I'm just blown away.
Yeah.
She is in my life. Unfortunately, right now I'm not working with her. Unfortunate or whatever. I've made some mistakes. she's forgiven me, but she went and found somebody else, I guess. But
come on home, Janelle Monáe. Come on home.
Well, you forgot to. I thought you was gonna say out of all the things that you was saying about her, she's also super fine. You left the super fine joint out.
Yes.
She's super fine, not a little fine, not a little bit. Super fine.
She's super fine.
And they would
Yes,
say
she
that,
is. Hello.
What? I ain't say that. I just asked you.
Hello, Victor. Ameerah say also she's super fine. Next is gonna be so I ain't super fine. How did it turn into this?
She's super fine.
baby.
We look like we could be cousins.
We're talking about Janelle, so don't be thinking that we don't love you.
Exactly. It's enough love for you and Janelle. And we can throw Taraji in too if we want to.
You have this man on your show. You know what he gonna do.
All right, dear. Let's ask about me. All right.
Okay.
So when you met me, when I walked in your class, what was your experience with Ameerah the songstress? Since we talk about Janelle Monáe and how super fine
Tell us
she
what
is,
happened.
even though she is super fine. I
She
can't.
walked in that room, and I thought, Monday. Monday.
Wow. You like, finally I can pay my rent.
And money.
Really now?
Yes.
But she's very Ameerah. My experience of you was you walked in with great poise and a great sense of centeredness, and you were not judging, but you were very, very aware of what was going on around you.
Yes.
And you were willing. You were not afraid to jump up there. And you did some work. That was good.
Yeah, the first day you made me.
Well, yeah, like that's what James said. People come in there to audit the class.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you ain't just auditing me. I'm auditing you.
That's
too,
right.
bro.
Come on.
Let's see what you got.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I don't mean to sound cold or crass, but I don't call everybody back after that evening and say, please join the class.
Yep. That's right.
I just don't.
Yeah.
So
no, I paid my money right then and there. I was like, okay, what's that? What, cash out? Cool.
You know what? I need
So you was living in Atlanta at the time?
On my way back from the Middle East, I stopped in Atlanta, and the mission was to record my EP.
Okay.
To find an acting class and an agent in Atlanta, not in LA. And I wanted to get with Tyler Perry. And so I needed to align myself with the right people, as well as take choreography, because I was getting ready. I was preparing for a big tour that I was going to do before the COVID-19.
Hit.
Yeah. A big artist, a huge artist that I was going to be opening up for and touring with. So I needed choreography. I needed some acting classes, a talent agent, and I was also recording in the studio. So that was my mission. And I knew I had 60 days to pull it off, because I was staying from November to January the 1st. I actually wound up leaving January the 5th.
And she was busy from morning to night.
Yeah.
I would call her.
Really?
Well, I'm in class, I'm going to this class, I'm doing this. And I'm like, damn, I've been there 10 years. He's paid off. He's really paid off.
She's about getting it. She's a go-getter, man.
Yeah.
Now, Victor, here's the question. When she walked in, was she super fine when she walked in? Was she super fine?
You know what? I thought you were smarter than this. Seriously. Like, absolutely she was.
Love
she
it.
wasn't. Am I going to say, oh, hell no?
Exactly.
Well, you sent James to come open the door for me, though. You sent James to come open the door. I wound up reading for him because he was doing his scene that night. Then we wound up being scene partners. So it's all in the family. Now here he is with us now.
Yes, and doing excellent work.
You remember who opened the door for you?
Yes, James came and opened the door for me.
Oh, yeah.
I remember stuff about her too.
What?
This is off topic, but I mean, we was getting ready to do our scene, and before scene, Victor tells us to make eye contact with our partners to, get engaged and get contact. And then I was like, you ready? You know what she gonna say? She's like, well, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, that sound like her. Henry, do you hit it? That sound like her. Correct.
I forgot about that.
I'm in agreement, and I wasn't even there. That's totally her. There you go.
That's great.
Wow.
I just wanted to loosen it up a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, we have callers. We have some callers waiting. How many?
Okay.
How many is there?
Let's get
Okay, 3. Let's get them on here. They want to talk to you, Victor.
Okay. Who
Okay,
you bring on?
let's start with Subliminal. The first lady, I'll drip the mic. Subliminal, are you there?
Hello, everyone. How
Hey,
is everyone
sister.
doing?
What's going on?
Turn her up some, Tony.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Subliminal, you are on.
Okay. Why, thank you. First to Victor, thank you for coming on Drip the Mic. It is an honor to have you here. James, I'm sorry that you had to go through that with my sister, Evan Lionel. I don't know how you do this every week.
For the love.
And to Ameerah the Songstress, I love you, sis.
I love you too.
Yes.
Now for my question. I heard you say that at the age of 24, you stopped making goals because you already reached your goals. And it's a 3-part question. Have you reached your ultimate goal? And if so, what was it? Have you made your next goal to reach? And how often do you make your goals?
Subliminal, that's an incredible question. It's a great question. At 24, I didn't know anything. I did not expect that at 24 years old, I was going to be doing a major feature film. I thought that I was going to spend years and years and years, doing what actors do. The fact that that happened so quickly, it caught me off guard. And I didn't know that I didn't know. I didn't know that I didn't know. I didn't know that there were goals I should be making. I was still growing up. So that was one of the things that happened. And it felt like what I understand women go through after birth, postpartum depression. I went through a very, very, very big depression when Bigger Thomas and I were separated. As I said before, no one really understood that. They thought I should be so grateful and happy. And I was, but I was on one level, but I was stuck. The goal that I have set for myself now is to be of service. That is my goal. And whatever way that I can do that, that's what I want to do. God has gifted me with this particular talent and this particular gift. I want to be of service. And when I am being of service in whatever area it is, I feel great. And the future goals I have, I'm just going to put those down. I'm going to finish this play, this play that James did the incredible reading from. I also am working with another actress, producer, and we're doing a play that takes place between 1950s and now, called Purgatory. That's a film that I'm going to be directing. I'm also going to continue to do my writing because there are topics that really affect me that I need to get out. I think it may be a gift that I'm supposed to use, So ideally, those are the things I want to do. I want to be of service by creating work that actors, writers, musicians can see that will help people to understand in a cathartic way that we are all the same, even though we are different.
Yes.
Thank you for your answers.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you, Subliminal.
One love. Good
Okay,
night,
thank
everyone.
you for calling in. Subliminal, you are wonderful.
Sir Calloway.
Sir Calloway?
Are you there, Sir Calloway?
Sir Calloway.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, can y'all hear
Welcome
me?
to the show. Yes.
We can barely hear him over here.
I'm all right. How y'all doing?
Tony, is there any way we can turn them up a little bit, so they can hear?
Go
trying,
ahead, brother.
Sir. We're trying.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
All right, cool. Y'all can hear me?
Yes,
Yep,
we
got
can.
you.
That was good.
Victor, it sound better now?
All right.
Okay.
All right. First off, very awesome show. I've really been enjoying it.
Thank you.
I am one of Victor's students as well. Evolve
Welcome.
Atlanta, we in the building.
Yes.
I came here to show him some support and
Yes.
to let him know that I am very proud of him. And congratulations to him. James, you killed that, brother. I see you, homie. I see you.
Mm.
And you know, when Victor said he loves to be of service, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And I want to commend him on his service. He gives his all. He is truly dedicated to pushing us to be the best that we can be, even when we fall short. You know, I'm not always a perfect student, but this man will not let me give up on myself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that means a lot of us need that.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you, congratulations, and awesome show, everybody. Very
Well,
awesome.
thank you, brother.
Thank you, Sir Calloway. I think I remember your voice.
Right.
Don't be mad at me. I'm gonna try to describe you. You have long hair, right?
I do. Yes.
You chocolate?
Nah,
That's not him.
That ain't him.
I'm pecan tan. I'm pecan tan.
His voice sound. You know who I thought it was, Victor? The brother. He was always very encouraging all the time. He seems like he's been with you forever. Older gentleman. Yeah.
And obviously chocolate. Let's not leave that out.
Chocolate.
The brother said, "No, I'm not chocolate over here."
Did we meet then? Did we meet, sir?
We possibly may have met. I actually started working and training with Victor, I think like October of last year.
Yeah.
And I was kind of all over. I was coming to all of the classes. I was all over the place. I was Monday, I was Saturday, I was Tuesday, I was all. So it's very possible that we may have
I felt like I met you. But welcome and thank you so much for chiming in.
Yeah, thank you.
Indeed. And you know, and indeed. And one last time, Evolve Atlanta, we in the building.
We in the building.
Onward and upward from
For
here
sure.
on out.
He got that Atlanta accent too.
ATL, baby.
That ATL accent.
Fall forward.
For all
Fail
Atlanta.
forward, huh, Victor?
Atlanta. Love it.
Voice.
Yes.
Okay, and so who we have? We got Ricky. Ricky on the line. Ricky, can you hear me?
Ricky,
Yeah,
you're
how you
on.
doing? How you doing?
Good.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Good. Welcome to 2020 Vision. What's your
show,
question,
wonderful
brother?
show. Hey, man, I actually, it was interesting, man. I just wanted to chime in and just say, you know, Ricky Crawley, James Crawley, brother. You know, I had to show love. One. Two, Victor Love, man. I have to say, man, I appreciate you taking my brother under your wing, man, just to see his growth, man, from leaving. He took everything. He just left from Indianapolis and went on and, you know, really trust you with his craft and everything. I just see his growth, man. I see your growth, and I loved it, man. I loved the whole show, man. I really was moved. I had so many emotions, and I'm like, that's brother. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see.
Good for you, James. Good for you. Celebrate James, man.
A testament to your good work, brother.
I love that. He said he took everything from Indianapolis.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know he was from Indianapolis, though. You know, I'm from Chicago.
Oh no. No, you know we next door neighbors. We from Gary, 219.
Oh, y'all from Gary?
Gary.
Oh,
Okay.
brother,
Okay.
listen.
Yes.
I apologize that y'all have had to suffer through Gary, brother. Listen, hey, you know.
You see what happened? Cream of the crop came out of there, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Don't let him. Don't let Evan talk about your city. They got a problem. See, Chicago folk, they think that it.
Hey.
Look, let me tell you something.
Gary is way worse than the south side of Chicago. I went to Gary. I went to the grocery store, and it was like I was in prison in the grocery store.
Shut up.
I was like, I had to be buzzed in. It was.
Shut up. Whatever, dude. Is
I'm
it like
sorry,
that, Gary?
brother. I'm sorry you have suffered like that.
What's your name again,
That's
Mr.
like
Crowley?
the big brother. We like the little brother.
What's the name again? Ricky.
That's Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like that in?
Yeah, it is.
I asked Ricky. How come you keep answering, Ricky?
Ricky, tell the truth.
I told you because he been hanging out.
Huh?
He been hanging out.
Yeah, he know.
He
Tell
been
the
hanging
truth.
out.
Gary Wild, ain't it?
We're not. Hey, what we're not gonna do is.
That's right.
Michael Jackson.
You better stick your chest out. That's right.
We got a few all-stars coming out.
Come on,
James
Michael
Crawley.
Jackson. Yeah.
Put them out there.
Come on.
Oh, so you don't want to talk about the mayor and the police with rims on their cars. The police got rims, their hair French braided. You don't want to talk about that.
It's a celebration. That's what we celebrate.
Save his project.
He going in on the projects now. Look at that. Love my Midwest brother.
Yes.
Legit, okay.
Well, thank you so much, Ricky, for calling in.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, and thank you for the
Thank you
support.
for having me.
Don't let this be your last time, baby.
Great.
We do this every Sunday, Ricky.
Every Sunday, Ricky.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm
Oh, you
following.
subscribe to the YouTube?
Thank you.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Ricky. I want you to say that again for the listening people that didn't hear you. Y'all be quiet so he can say it. Ricky,
ma'am.
what did you do?
I did subscribe.
To what?
Okay.
What was? What
and
you?
now I'm officially the #1 fan.
Come on.
Yes.
YouTube,
Yes.
Ameerah the Songstress, subscribe. He's officially that #1 fan, baby. We trying to reach like 500,000. Come on, help us do it. Help us do it.
Officially. We about to make
It will happen. Trust and believe. It's
One
gonna
subscribe
happen.
at a time. One subscribe at a
That's
time.
right. Thank
Won't
you
he
so
do
much
it?
for calling in.
Yeah, have a good night.
You as well.
All right. Stay safe in Gary, brother. Good luck with all of that.
We got any more callers? Any more chatters? No. All righty.
See who's trying to get in.
Is it any chatters on your end?
I'd send them to your page.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I kicked my live off because I want them to go on to YouTube and
Right.
start subscribing.
That's right.
See, Victor, we getting this to the next level.
Yes.
We about to do just like how your class exploded with greatness. That's what we about to do. Explode.
But don't
with
get it
greatness.
twisted. We're not shabby now. Let's run it down. We're on
Okay.
UBN Studios. We're broadcasting out of Burbank, right across the street from Warner Brothers. Every time I leave, my view is the Warner Brothers Studios.
That's what's up.
UBN Studios, they have been doing this for 12 years. That's where we're broadcasting live. We're streaming live to YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. And you can also hear us on a podcast on Drip the Mic Network. And you can also go to iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you want to listen, we're there. So all you got to do is tune in. We have brought it to you several different ways. All you got to do is tap in.
Tune in, baby. We here. Hey, Victor, real quick, it's just a question about working with Tyler.
Okay.
Does he say that everybody have to call him Mr. Perry? Like he don't want. That's what the word is in Hollywood. That he.
You know, I learned early not to believe any of those magazines that sell by telling people's personal bullshit lies. Because they're lies. And when you become someone who they're lying about, you will understand what I mean.
Okay.
No, Mr. Perry, and I just call him Mr. Perry because we in the South, we call everybody Mr. somebody.
Yeah.
Mr. Tyler, Mr. Perry. He was professional to the heights.
Yeah.
He was accommodating. He worked and we got paid, and he is going to be opening his studios up soon with a doctor on the lot, housing his actors. These are things he's doing that he doesn't have to do.
Wow.
He's doing things. And so, people always want to have something negative to say about people.
Yeah.
That's nothing. Look at the positive. Look at what he's done.
Yes. Yes. I've been to the studios. The studio is beautiful. It's huge too. Like I didn't expect it to be that huge. It is huge. And you can tell it was, you kind of can feel that it was an army base. You can kind of feel the spirits still there. I don't know if you felt it, but that's what I felt. Like it felt kind of like it was an army base before.
Well, he's had to fight, hasn't he?
Yes.
Come on, talk about it, Victor. Come on.
Yes.
So you took the tour?
I may never see him again in my life, but that's my experience.
Yeah.
My experience is with what it is, and even the highway, even the freeway that goes up to his studio has been repaved because he's over there.
Wow.
Those are the kind of things that people don't talk about. They always want to talk about people owe them something. I know that what is mine is mine. I'm ready for when someone gives me an opportunity, then I'll get it. And he's giving more opportunities to African American people than anybody else who I know in this industry.
It is what it is.
Yes.
So
hats off to Tyler Perry.
So you took the tour.
I didn't take a tour. I was on a lot of the show Ambitions. I was there messing with Robin and Uncle Steven.
Yes.
And having fun. So just running around the studio. I wasn't working. I was there having fun.
How did you handle all those fine women? Because you know how you feel about fine women, Evan. You know how it's just that's your
When I go to Atlanta, I gotta say shout out to the women. I just be walking down the street. They stop in their cars. You need a lift? Yeah. I'm like, the South is so kind.
The Southern hospitality is
you
like
are
no
so
other.
Kind.
Don't get it twisted. Southern, it feels so good. They miss
Evan, it helps too that you wear that sign around your neck that says "Looking for women." Got money.
You saw the sign. Wait a minute, Victor. I thought I hid the sign. You saw, damn it. He saw the sign.
You didn't tell us how you and Victor met. You didn't tell us that story.
I think he's right. I think it's Hollywood. When I'm thinking back, I'm thinking maybe he's right. It's Hollywood as opposed to Chicago. I thought we met in Chicago doing theater. And we have a similar story. I was at the Goodman, Victor, working with Rosalind Cash and Roscoe Lee Brown, right? And I got put in There Are No Children Here with Oprah, and I had to leave the Goodman to do the movie, and all kind of hell broke loose. That's why I asked you how did they was mad at me. I'm like, y'all supposed to have an understudy, but I didn't know Equity is serious about stopping you from getting out of that contract. I got out of it, but I went through hell. You seem like your transition was a little easier than mine.
You know what? I don't know if it was easier. I just know that I'm one of the things that made me a really wonderful addict is I forget hard times.
But that's the one perk.
I'm being dramatic. I didn't live under a bridge, but I forget. Now, when it did happen, I just knew that I was going to do this movie. I didn't give a shit. I didn't care if Equity never hired me again. But of course, I was 22 years old.
Okay.
You know, what do I know? So they probably gave me all kind of hell too. But I bet you my agent. I miss her. I miss her. She was wonderful. She probably negotiated all of this for me. You know. But
was your agent in Chicago at the time?
Pardon me?
Was it a Chicago agent or your New York agent?
It was my New York agent. My New York agent. I had a New York and LA agent at the time. And the reason I don't think we met in Chicago is because I've never done theater in Chicago.
Okay.
I've done Chicago, but I've never done theater in Chicago.
So then it was LA.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a small world when it comes to entertainment and entertainers and the talented ones as well. We all seem to circle back around to each other at some point in time. Even like on the Facebook, when I had when we became friends, like we just became friends on Facebook, but I think we have like 20 people in common or something like that. Like,
yo, mutuals.
Yeah.
Y'all got some mutuals up in
there. But it's it has came to about that. What, we do have one more caller? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's about that time.
That quick. Yeah. Oh, damn, Vic.
If one or two more callers want to call in with 646-378-0355, and then press 1 to be heard.
Yeah, it is.
But
I'm seeing the time.
Oh, they can't. Okay.
Right.
Well, anyway, it's about that time. So what we like to do at the end of the show is get some final words and some handles and some promo. And I want to start today with James Crowley. What would you like to leave the people with? And tell us how we can find you and what you're doing.
I want to leave people with never give up on what you really want to go after, no matter your age. You know, a lot of times people put a time limit on things and say, if I'm not here by this time, then I'm just going to stop and go back to doing, the regular 9 to 5 or whatever. Yes. If there's one thing for me, I remember when I started, people would want to say late, but I think it's late. I started at 25. Okay. And I'll never forget the words of this guy. and he's one of them people I'm going to remember who always gives me that motivation.
Yes.
Is, why are you starting this so late? You're kind of old, aren't you? I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And I just kept it moving. But never give up on your dreams. I'm currently pretty much sitting home, perfecting my craft, pursuing my dreams, you know? So,
yes.
And you can find me on Instagram, Jimmy Crawley, 219, representing, or Facebook, James Joseph Crawley. I mean, those are my only 2 little sites for the moment. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. You have a bright, bright future ahead of you, James. Thank you so much. It was so fun playing with you at Evolve Studios. Thank you. You got those piercing eyes, so like, you know what I mean? You could have threw me off my game, but I'm not going to allow that. But you are a great student and a great actor. I can't wait to see everything that life has, in store for you and the things that you create. So thank you again for coming on 2020 Vision.
Yes, look forward to seeing you do great things, brother.
Yeah, sure. Guys, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And so, Victor, what would you what would you like to leave the people with, and tell them where they can find you?
Well, they can find me at evolveatlanta.com.
Yes.
EVOLV ATLANTA. And that's Victor Love backwards. So it's, Evolve Atlanta. And then, my Facebook page is Victor L. Love. And I think I have something called an IG.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It's underscore Victor Love underscore. Okay. You know what? I want people to begin to develop their own voice.
Yes.
Develop the voice that loves you. Develop the voice that doesn't hear no. Develop the voice that says, I'm going to be an expert at what I do. And that all those voices out there have no power over me because I am creating the voice that I listen to and I'm following through. I want people to know that I have been ruled out of this business, out of this life, out of everything so many times. And like the phoenix, I want to say, phoenix, I'll go ahead and rise. It is not because of me. It's because I have a voice in me that in the darkest times of my life said to me, you are enough. You are enough. And so, I don't know. I want people to know that they're enough.
Yes.
And I want people to know that, as they say, we are made in the image and likeness of God. We all look different, don't we?
Amen.
So it ain't the outer image and likeness of God. It is a spiritual quality that is who we are. That is a powerful place, y'all.
Yes.
Play with it for some time.
Yes, Victor.
You see, you ain't gonna lose nothing. So anyway, God bless you. Peace and blessings. Thanks for having me on. Please support actors who are trying to get better, to do your thing, and just live your dream. Make the world a better place. Mwah.
Yes.
Yes.
Victor Love.
Yes. So can you say the name of the studio again and the number and how they can get a hold to you at this point in time?
The studio's name is Evolve Atlanta, and that's EVOLVATLANTA.com. That's the name of the studio. If they go to the website, there's information on how to apply.
Okay.
There's information on what we're doing. What is not on the website is we have an incredible online class, and I have students from LA, New York. Where are some of the other ones, James? But anyway, I have students from all over who are online with us, and it's very affordable. I want people to be healthy and safe in this time. So Evolve Atlanta, and I'm Victor Love, and he's Crawley, and you're Ameerah. And throw that man underneath you over there, with a sign. But it's so good to see all of you. Thank you very much for being on.
Hey, thank you, Victor. And let me just ask this last question. So you don't have any students from Gary, do you? No, I'm playing.
We ain't got that much time.
I'm playing. All right, Gary, folks, don't y'all beat me up.
Well, thank you so much, Victor, for coming on here. It has been definitely an honor and a pleasure to have you.
Great job. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are phenomenal. You guys are great. And I hope people who tuned in will continue to tune in because this is the kind of show we need.
Yeah.
You're wonderful.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
We're having a wonderful time, huh, Evan?
We always do.
Yeah.
We've been having a wonderful time for years, though.
Yes. What's your last words?
Just my handles. I just tried to put you on my Facebook, both of y'all, but it's full. So I got to erase some people for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
People, they just lingering
I got
around.
to erase some folks. I got to erase some folks. I didn't even know Victor wasn't in my friend list. I'm shocked, but okay. I'm erase some folks.
Well,
so Facebook. So Evan Lionel, y'all. Facebook Evan Lionel or IG Evan Lionel 2898. Y'all check out the documentary Dad Speaks, and I'm on the cover of that magazine.
Yeah, where is it?
I don't have it with me today, but it's KofiaMagazine.com, national magazine. It's a cover story. I'm on the cover. Y'all get that. Just go to KofiaMagazine.com and you can get a copy of great article, great cover, great magazine with Evan Lionel on the cover. So there it is, y'all. I love all of y'all. And once this COVID thing gets under control, the concerts will be back. And when I get to Atlanta, I was in Atlanta and headlining at Uptown Comedy Club. Had I known you were in Atlanta, I would have hit you up so you would come out. Steven came out. That's why I went to Tyler Perry Studios, because he was filming.
Man.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Evan. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being my co-pilot on this trip. Thank you so much. And my name is Ameerah the Songstress, and you can find me. You can just Google me at Ameerah the Songstress and find me anywhere. If you're partial to IG, you can go to Instagram and find me at Ameerah the Songstress. Go to YouTube and find me at Ameerah the Songstress, and please subscribe. Trying to get those follower views up. I mean, it's very important to this show and for us to keep doing what we're doing every week, bringing you the celebrities and the independent artists that we love to highlight. This thing has to keep going. We have to evolve one person at a time and then reconnect. So that is the order of business. And the moral of this story is triumph. Your story is not over. It's never over. Keep creating. Your life depends on it. That's what the highest power told me. Again, my name is Ameerah the Songstress, and thank you for tuning in to 2020 Vision. Stay focused.
No regrets, no regrets, no regrets.
Let me fix my crown, baby. Like dominoes, yeah, it's going down. My feet off the ground, elevated. You feel my soul when you hear my sound. And I don't know why you're like a red light that don't ever change. And you